And if you can't get enough of Vancouver's Grant Hardy trying things outside his comfort zone, you don't want to miss this.
We decided to shake things up a little bit by getting him involved in a winter sport he has never tried before.
The unmistakable sound of crunching snow. Not a sound I look forward to since I find snow to be a real hassle. Today, however, I've decided to try something fun in the snow, snowshoeing. So I headed to Cypress Mountain near Vancouver to meet up with recreation therapist Christina Duncan, who offered to show me the ropes.
I have 2 pairs of snowshoes here.
Okay.
So you might want to just take off your gloves. How a snowshoe works is it disperses your weight, so you're not sinking into the snow when you're hiking. So what we have is some straps here where your foot would go into.
It's quite large.
It is, and then we tighten it up around your shoe. And then if I flip it over, what you're going to feel on the other side are 2 sets of metal crampons. So the back one here is meant to grip into the snow when you're hiking along. And the front one is also meant for that, but it's also meant for when you're going uphill. And you can really dig your toes in so that you have a great grip going uphill, so you're not sliding around.
Great! With our snowshoes on and hiking poles in hand, we were ready to set out.
Okay,
Are we ready for
to
this?
rock.
I think we're ready too. Let's go for it.
Let's do this.
Good. All right.
This way?
This way we go.
Modern snowshoes are very light, so the weight isn't an issue. However, walking does take a little getting used to since they're longer and wider than your regular shoes.
So this I actually think is easier than hiking because the terrain doesn't have as many obstacles.
Yeah, I think that's true.
As many obstacles as if you're on a trail in the summertime. You don't have roots or rocks in the way.
After hiking along the wide ski trail, we headed into the woods.
Okay, so now we're off the main wide trail and we're in a narrower trail. So stay right behind me.
Okay.
Using the hiking poles, I was able to track the snowy ridges on each side of the trail in order to make sure I didn't get off track.
All right, and we're going up a little bit. This is where the poles are super handy to dig in. Yeah, you're doing super well.
Great. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to know that I could go snowshoeing with a group of people and do okay.
Oh, you really would. And what we're gonna do now, Grant, is go up this hill and really practice with your toes gripping in with your metal crampons.
Okay.
So here we go, we're digging in. So you're not gonna slip anywhere.
Of
and
course
going
not.
up the hill.
As I just went.
Okay, stay over to your right a bit.
Okay.
But you are really trying to maximize the grip on your snowshoe by going off terrain. That's awesome. So Grant, how are you feeling so far?
Oh, this is a lot easier than I thought. I think the only challenge is when the terrain changes suddenly, you know? But other than that, I mean, between the snowshoes and the poles, I'm feeling pretty okay.
As we continued our journey, Christina told me about tree wells.
So that's where snow has formed around the trunk of a tree.
Okay.
And that's really unstable snow. It can be dangerous because it is a bit like quicksand. You can really sink quite rapidly into it.
After a few steps, we reached Hollyburn Lodge, where snowshoers and skiers can take a break and warm up. Snowshoe guide Kelvin Brown met up with us outside the lodge, which has long historic roots.
This used to be the Whistler of its day, the first big ski place anywhere in the Pacific Northwest and Western Canada. What we see behind me is Hollyburn Lodge. It opened as a ski lodge for people coming over from Vancouver. And today, well, a couple of years ago, we kind of knocked it down. It was due for a bit of renovation. It retains all the character. We have the memorabilia and the pictures in there of all those historical times. And it's our Nordic Central, so we can get hot drinks and food in there as well.
Hot drinks and food. Christina and I quickly removed our snowshoes and found seats inside the lodge.
Oh, there's nothing quite like sitting back and digging into a hot beverage and a cookie after a workout in the snow, don't you think?
I fully agree, and it's a good thing because I Haven't mentioned to you yet, but we have quite the hike back to the car. So dig in.
We better fill up now.
We better.
Okay.